Hi, I'm Rick. This is the Rick and Crystal Show. Crystal's still out with a little illness, and she's hopefully going to be doing some editing this weekend. But it's freezing outside. It's like 0 degrees. The wind chill is probably, 175 below zero. So we're just hunkered down inside. But we have a special guest today. This young man came by with the rest of his family. They're visiting upstairs. We'll do a family edition later on, but right now we're just going to interview one at a time. This is Christopher. He's my youngest son, and he's in his 20s. He's a fine young man. Welcome to the show.
It's nice to be here. How are you?
Good. How are you? How are you handling the cold weather?
I'm not liking it.
Yeah.
Been sick the past few days. It has been good.
Oh, well, I'm glad he brought this sickness over to our house. I appreciate that. Yeah. All right. Always wear your mask. Remember that. This is why. We're coming to you, of course, from the cold Midwest with our tough coffee cups. I've got my Bears one, of course. Chris is lugging around the Pac-Man one that changes colors when you add something warm or cold to it. So that's an exciting feature.
Yeah.
What's new in your life? Apparently you're going to be working at a company indicator. That's great. Keeping you close. So what have you been playing? What game-wise? What have you been watching? What have you been doing lately? What's new?
Well, with the Switch we've been playing Breath of the Wild, which is fantastic. The newest Legend of Zelda game.
I'm sorry, I didn't remind you before we started filming. Always look at the viewers in the lens, in the camera lens.
Yeah,
because they want to see you.
Well,
they want to know you.
The viewers.
And they do. At the end of this program, we're going to tell you everything you need to know to get a hold of Chris. His email, his address, and his home phone number. So, anyway,
he's funny. He's funny.
That's why we get a show. But anyway, we're talking about Breath of the Wild.
Yeah, it's the newest Legend of Zelda game. It's based roughly 10,000 years after any other of the games, which is insane.
Wow.
Don't know if you remember. That's not me. Don't know if you remember, but there's Link, the main guy.
Right. There's
Zelda, the princess, and then there's Ganon, the bad guy.
Oh, a question for one of our viewers here. Let me take a look at it. This is from Mark in Boise, Idaho. Is the princess in the Zelda series the same one in the Mario series?
No.
All right.
No.
The answer is no.
No. Princess Zelda and Princess Peach are two vastly different characters.
Vastly different.
Vastly different.
Thanks for answering that viewer question.
Yeah.
All right.
Now, was it Mark from Boise?
Yeah.
Play some games, sir.
Go ahead. Any other games that you've been playing or you want to play? Tell us about the Resident Evil series. How's that going?
Well,
anything new?
They're making a 8th one called Resident Evil Village.
Wow, 8.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, that's like the main ones. Resident Evil 2, Nemesis, 4 that you got me, 5, and then 6, 7, and then 8. And then you still have Resident Evil 0, which came before Resident Evil with Jill and Chris. You have Code Veronica, which is technically the actual 3rd game, because it goes along with the story. You're falling asleep, which, it's okay. But apparently in the 8th one, the newest one, I don't know if they have like zombies as like the main fodder.
Zombies.
Yeah.
Always with the zombies.
But the undead is a very popular genre.
Right.
But like they have
haven't they run into the ground by now? Yeah. The best movie I saw was World War Z with Pitt. But did you see that Korean one? They keep advertising on Netflix. I didn't watch it or Amazon. He's got like dyed hair, white or blonde, and he's like up in this high rise, and he wakes up or whatever, and everybody's zombies outside. I can't remember the name of it. Flea or something like that, but it's like Korean or something.
I have not.
Looks pretty interesting. The zombie genre, like you were saying.
Well, there's 28 days later, 28 weeks later. Day of the Dead, Dawn of the Dead.
Right.
The old school John Romero. His
yeah,
ones.
yeah. And there were even movies before that, 30s, the 40s. You know, there were zombie movies. About bringing back the dead. But it was more like the zombie movies back in the old film days were like the witch doctors did a curse or a hex on you, and you died,
voodoo,
and you were buried, and they brought you back to life, and you were their slave now. They could tell you what to do.
That's where modern day zombieism comes from. African voodoo or whatnot.
Boy, you get them running around quick though. In some of these zombie movies, they're like action heroes, like
Zombieland. Don't forget Zombieland. But the deal with that is like old school Resident Evil, John Romero, stumbly zombies, virus.
Right, right.
Like the newer ones, it's bacteria or mad cow disease. It's different movies have different infections. I know it's not a zombie movie, but the one movie I want to watch again is Contagion.
Yeah.
With Lawrence Fishburne.
Oh yeah. There's a lot of older movies, just I don't know. We were looking at that this morning on Prime. I was and a lot of great movies. It's just like, where do you want to invest an hour and a half or 2 hours or 3 hours of your time?
Yeah.
You're like, well, I don't know if I want to do that.
We got the original Pet Cemetery last night, so we watched that this morning.
Yeah, that's a good one, wasn't it?
If you get the chance, watch the newer one.
I still think I'll get Shining on 4K. The Shining. I'll get that,
Are we talking Stanley Kubrick or Stephen King?
Yeah, Kubrick.
Well,
they're both good, but the Shining, it just, like something you watched when you were a kid. This reminds me of the mid-'80s. Well, and it was on VHS, a VCR tape.
Here's a question. How much do you like video games? Like you nowadays?
My love really wanes. There's only very few I play, and they're on Nintendo. Everything I play is on Nintendo products.
Could I interest you in a movie that I'd like you to watch? Because it reminds me of back in the day us playing games.
What would that be, Chris?
Ready Player One.
Oh, yeah. I'm looking forward to watching it. I just don't want to pay to watch it,
Well, I mean, depending on where you go, like the Walmart, they have the $5 movie thingy cases.
Yeah.
We found them in there. Ready Player One, How to Train Your Dragon, some Kevin Hart movies.
But then you end up like me. Remember when I met Crystal back in 2013? I had like 400 or 500 DVDs. What are you gonna do?
You can never have enough.
Well, you can. I mean, it's.
You're retired. What are you gonna do during the day? What's gonna have a movie marathon all day?
Honestly, I'm gonna make a show about this sometime. Minimalism. That's where you not live just in a house with a floor and say Wi-Fi and food. I mean, you have some amenities, to make your life enjoyable. But the point is, there gets a point in your life where within your certain income range, you can order and buy whatever you want, whatever you dream of. I mean, you're not a millionaire, but I'm talking $100 products, $200 thing. You could buy anything. But what do you do then? Well, I mean, how much stuff do you have to have? That's what I ask myself, And I'm really, like this year, I'm really going to clean this basement out in the attic and get rid of a bunch of stuff. And just minimalize, just what do I really want, what do I really need, And I'm just not going to waste money collecting things. I've done that in the past.
I am. When we get in the house, I'm going to clear out that basement. Might hit up Gretton, see if they want to make some money helping me clean it out if it needs it. Then I make it into a man cave.
Oh boy.
I'm gonna start collecting my Resident Evil and Legend of Zelda stuff.
Right. Well, Chris, I know it's cold, so we're gonna make our show short today. Let's see. We talked about games. That's a big one, and we talked about some movies. Anything else fun you think to talk about? Anything on your mind or anything?
I'm trying to get back into drawing.
Well, that's good. Well, you got when you go at your creative side, honestly, I think so many things have to be taken care of. Food, shelter, clothing. You have to be anxiety has to dissipate. Stress. I think when you're in a more comfortable, safer place, then you're able to let your mind go and create. But a lot of people create under stress. a lot of people create art, and
I mean, what I really want to do, so we to interrupt you.
no, go ahead.
I want to, the house, but like, I want to make a room for me in the basement, and try to like insulate it in a room for Tiara in the basement. I can play games, and she can have her own art studio. She loves to paint and color. I want to get her everything she needs, like a whole cabinet full of what are they? The things that you actually paint on.
Finger paints?
The things that you actually paint on.
I remember finger paints.
There's the easel that you set it on. Canvases. A whole entire thing of canvases and paints and whatnot that Mom used to get.
Well, you could make it one space and share it. You could have a couch and TV and video games, and then you can have a painting over there. I mean that. I don't.
Well, I'm sure. Like the reason I say separate is I'm sure she doesn't want to paint while I'm shooting things.
Zombies.
Yeah.
Well, it's something you have to work out, but it takes steps to get there. Just
Yeah.
steps. First establish that house, then establish a clean, uncluttered house, right? And then establish where you're going to put stuff. Who's going to, this room's for that, And then start gathering the stuff at thrift stores or family and friends, hey, are you getting rid of this? And you can really make a nice, family room.
I forgot what it is, but I do have to say, the Planned Parenthood thing on Virgin, near like Caterpillar. They have like a thrift store around there.
They do?
Yeah.
Caterpillar.
Well, okay.
You mean a New Life pregnancy?
Yeah.
On Persian?
Woodford and Persian. You keep going down before you get to the gas station. There's the New Life, whatever, and then they have a thrift shop.
Yeah.
We found, I think it might have been there. I think we found a toddler Vatricated, right?
Oh, nice.
$3.
Nice.
It was on sale for $10.
Nice. You get. I love the deals on there. Right now, I'm looking on for bookshelves for my books. Always the problem of organizing and room and just getting stuff organized. But like this, that's why we're going to build an outdoor studio. We're going to have everything out there in one place. So here's my thinking. And I know this sounds funny, but this is how it feels. In the middle of the night or in the middle of the morning, if I want to create, I can go out there and there we go. Yeah. It's there. You don't have to worry about setting this up. It's frustrating to set up lights and stuff and then take it down. But let's wrap this up. If there's anything else you'd like to add, while we're floating up above Earth here in our space module, it's nice. It's cold up here though, and it's very quiet. Cold and quiet. Wouldn't you say?
I mean, hey, remember in space,
no one can hear you scream. That came out in '78 when I was in high school. When I was a freshman or middle school. Alien.
2001?
Sigourney Weaver.
Oh, Alien, that's it.
Yeah. All the great movies came out between 75 and 80. I'm telling you, the great Star Wars, Alien, just so many good movies. Good albums. Highway to Hell, Back in Black, just so many. Frampton Comes Alive.
AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, The Police.
Yep. Well, the Police were almost 80s, but once you cross from the 70s to the 80s, there was a whole different sound. There really a new wave sound. New wave, progressive. Punk was dying out, and big rock like Led Zeppelin was dying out. Boy, we're really getting off track here. We're saying goodbye.
Video killed the radio star.
Video killed the radio star.
Is it the Bugles or the Bugle?
The Bugles. The Buggles. Buggles.
Oh, it's the Bugles.
We would have taken Buggles or Bugles. But Bugles you could put on your finger and eat. Used to, when I was a kid, you could put Bugles on your finger and eat them.
Yeah.
Not now, though. They're too small. They've made them too small now.
Well, we got too big.
We're going to do some investigating reporting about Buggles.
Oh, fun fact. Yes, fun fact. The last thing before we leave. When they say they came out with a new look for like peanut butter, mayo, ketchup, things that you eat, they get smaller. If you look at the peanut butter, they have the little jars, it used to be, it'd be completely flat on the bottom, right? Have you noticed lately there's a little dip in it?
Ah.
Same price, but there's less in it.
Same price, less product.
Yeah.
We care about you.
Now remember, if you go shopping, don't look eye level, because that's where all the name brand stuff is. If you want to find good deals, look near the bottom and near the top, because they make it eye level so it's easy just to reach.
Still trying to sign off here. So,
You were sign off. I'm good. If you're good.
well, it's been a great show. We had our special guest Chris on, asked him a few questions today. We'll have him on in the future shows. Ask his expertise. I said axe. A-X-E. Ask his expertise about various video games and products, because he's becoming like his father, not a master, but sure much an apprentice at many things. Jack of all trades. Yes, and it's good to have knowledge. I stress that to all our viewers. Learn whatever you can. If you can read, you can learn it, and you can do it, because I've done that. So have a great day. It's been great. We love you watching our show. If you like it, hit that like button and subscribe. And have a great weekend, and God bless. And we're signing off. Bye.